The terms coding and programming are frequently used interchangeably. People are frequently perplexed as to what they actually represent and what each vertical involves. Let's look at the fundamental differences between coding and programming, as well as how they interact to create apps and websites. Coding can be defined as the process of translating instructions for a computer from human language to machine-readable language. This code instructs the computer on how to act and what actions to take. Programming is the process of creating the instructions that will guide a computer on how to do a specific task. Consider a remote control for your television. It will wait for you to give it instructions by hitting certain buttons, which will then command the TV to perform a specific duty, like changing the channel, increasing the volume, and so on. This is similar to how programmers may train a machine to perform numerous tasks. We'll separate the distinctions into 4 categories to make it easier to break down and comprehend the concepts. The terms usage coding is the process of writing code in a language that both machines and humans can understand. The primary goal of coding is to facilitate communication between the two parties, humans and computers. Before the actual code is created to complete the task, programming entails generating an overview and structure for the program's code that adheres to particular standards. Your text editor will be one of your most crucial tools when it comes to coding, like Notepad, or something more complex and feature-rich like Visual Studio Code, Sublime, Atom, or Vim. When it comes to programming, on the other hand, you'll need a few extra tools. As a programmer, you'll be reviewing documents, planning, and thinking about design, among other things. Knowing the basics of a programming language's syntax is an excellent place to start as a coder. It's easier to learn different languages once you know how to code in one. And, once again, your primary goal is to write the code that instructs the machine. Programmers, on the other hand, require a higher level of understanding from the start. You'll need to know how to design websites, debug and test your code, manage projects, and, of course, deal with programming languages. When it comes to constructing complicated systems, problem-solving, critical thinking, and analytical abilities are also necessary. As a programmer, you usually expect a simple solution that, if compiled, would successfully produce the desired result. Programmers, on the other hand, will strive to create a whole working application or piece of software that will be used in the market. They're also in charge of following up and maintaining what they've built to make sure everything is working smoothly. Coding and programming are 2 crucial parts of finishing a software project, to put it simply. When it comes to how these 2 components work together, programmers work on debugging, checking for faults, and performing tests before publishing the final output, whilst coders work on establishing a project by converting commands and functionalities into codes. So now we can easily see how these 2 collaborate on a project to generate anything.